Hey human beings, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're back on the How to Tame series, where I show you how to tame every creature, how to trap them, how to tame them, and all that good stuff. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the Manta. We haven't covered many sea creatures. The Manta are a pretty decent tame for early game-ish. I mean mid-game, probably not early game, more of a mid-game tame. And what you'll need to try and tame this guy is, it'd be good if you had a full scuba kit, but it is not necessary. I mean, you can do this without a scuba kit, but the scuba kit makes this a lot easier. You also need angler gel, because that's the only way to tame them, is passively with the angler gel. So you drag the angler gel to the bottom. To get angler gel, you kill anglerfish or death worms. And they will normally be anglerfish will be quite low to the floor, so they should be easy to get. Really, on Genesis, it's probably the easiest way to get them. You could do this by swimming or by using a dolphin, which I showed you a video before, how to get a dolphin, how to tame a dolphin. These guys, you just feed spoiled meat. But as you can see, there is a stingray down there, or a manta, sorry. And the manta is extremely fast. So what you want to do is, because it's a passive tame, it's going to keep swimming away. So you want to try and lure it to shallow waters. Now, you can do this two ways. Both ways revolve around you shooting it. But the idea is that you shoot it, lure it towards you, because it's quite a passive creature until you get too close. Or, this is where I'm saying, get this guy and try and lure it to the edge. Now, you'll find manta pretty much all over the sea, but probably one of the easier ways, if you just hit this guy right now, one of the easier ways is if you see a basilo, they will always be around the basilos. And also, they attack you in packs, which I probably should have mentioned beforehand, but if there's multiple manta around and you attack one manta or try and tame one manta, all the mantas will come after you. Okay? That makes sense. So what I gotta do is we'll try and lure them to shallower waters. Because they're so fast, you don't want them to get away. Now, like this, you could technically put a few gates up here and sort of try and trap them here. But the idea is that you want them to keep following you until you get to some shallow waters. If you want to use gates, that is completely up to you. Make sure that you let them hit you a few times so they stay aggroed. So we're going to carry on. So you keep getting them to follow us. And I'm saying, in a moment, these shallow waters over this lip will probably be one of the better places to drag it. We'll try and get its attention again. Like I say, it is passive until you go right in front of it and then it gets mad at you. So let's keep trying to lure it this way. Okay, I think this will be perfect. This is like quite a shallow area. There's only a few ways that it can go. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to chuck it there. And this guy's going to get attacked by a piranha, but that's fine. While he deals with that, we're going to go up and just feed it some angler gel. Now, depending on your rates and depending on the level, this may take longer. You can somewhat outrun it in the shallow waters. And if you need to, you can escape onto shore. Like there, we've got a few piranhas attacking us, which we don't want. As you see, it's swimming off. This is where flippers come real in handy, because you definitely need those flippers to catch up with it. But this is why we're in shallow waters. We're hoping that it sort of turns around in a moment, or at least, you know, doesn't, well, run straight for where it's going, which is the ocean. Okay, luckily it's got stuck, so hopefully it's ready for another feed in a moment. It's not right yet. So if you stay behind it, this guy can't attack you. So that's one of the tips. If you can stay behind it where like the tail end is, you can definitely just stay behind it and not get attacked at all. It's not quite hard to get there, and it also will spin around in circles, which is great. And basically, we just gotta wait until this guy needs to feed again. So you see at the moment, it's spinning in circles because it's trying to attack me, but because we're like right next to it and it's shallow waters, it can't go up and down. We're right behind it with the snorkel and all that, so we can just stay here. I mean, we've got ages. We've got until the snorkel breaks, so plenty of time, unless it turns on us like that, but it hasn't got a hit on us yet, so this is not too bad. Like I said, another method for this, if you cannot be bothered with this, you get into shallow waters, and then you can sort of trap it in a, just put gates in the water with doors on. Just like normal gates, and just trap it. And then it can't get out. And you can just keep coming back and forth whenever you need to. And that's practically this technique. You got to swim on one of the fins right behind it. It won't run away because it's trying to aggro on you, but it can't aggro on you because of the turn radius, and you're like right on it. And then you just keep doing this until you can tame it up, until it's hungry again, and you can force feed it again. Okay, so once you tame this guy, you can craft the saddle. Now, you get the saddle at level 28, and it doesn't cost too much resources. So it's quite, like I said, it's quite an early game, but you need to be mid-game really to effectively have it. Once you've got yourself the Manta, this guy, as you can see already, is incredibly fast. It has faster base speed than the dolphins. So dolphins are quite quick in themselves, but these guys are really fast. For example, try to attack a Megalodon as such, you can sort of just like poke it and then run away. So like, poke, run. It's fantastic because of how fast these guys are. And you can also level up the movement speed, which would be fantastic to make these even faster. Going down and up extremely fast, which makes some really good mounts for the sea, for getting like sea loot and all that. And especially going for the rivers as well, because as you can see, they're like incredibly fast. The only ability slash attack that they have is the left click, which is sort of like this attack. And they're not the strongest, as you saw on the Megalodon. This is a level, it was a level 14, so it's a level 173 right now with that tame. So it's a perfect tame in effectiveness. This guy only does about 90 odd damage to Megalodon. So it's not the strongest, but I mean, the speed makes up for it. For traveling around the water, I would pick this guy over anything, any day. I mean, I feel like it's super fast. The other thing that you could do is you could actually breach the water. So if you get close to the edge of the water and press the jump button, you can sort of glide through the water. So you sort of breach the water, which is really cool. It just looks amazing. Look how cool that looks. I mean, it looks amazing. So the Manta it's a really basic creature. It's not super strong, but honestly, the main reason I would get one of these is for the speed. I mean, we're just traveling around so fast. I would say it's faster than the majority of land creatures. It is amazingly fast. Stats-wise, it has a decent amount of weight, so you can try and put a bunch of stuff in here and try and, like, you know, while traversing the waters or like the low sea areas, you can try and get some oil and stuff really easily. If you press C on the keyboard, you will like slowly drift down, as you can see. You can just do this by looking down and pressing shift as well, and that will take you down. But you can hold C. I honestly can't say much more about the Manta. I mean, it's just incredibly fast tame for getting sea loot and maybe some sea resources such as oil and stuff, because it has a decent amount of weight. If you imprint these guys and maybe mutate them a few times, they're very good. Like I said, not the best at attacking, but you can do sort of attacks where you just like nibble on them like that. See that 100 damage? I mean, against everything, it's not the best, but it's still really doable. Anyways, guys, I mean, that's the Manta video. It's super, super quick. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, make sure to like button. Subscribe to become a Beanny for more How to Tame on the How to Tame series. And I'll see you in the next episode. Have a fantastic day. Bye.